focus to a system that has once again failed India's brightest students. The National Testing Agency, the body that conducts NEET exams, India's largest medical entrance exam, must answer. Its chief, Abhishek Singh, must answer. The education minister must answer. Because the NEET mess is not a small mistake, it is a systemic collapse. And it's not happened once. It happens virtually every now and then between 2016 to 2026. Please pick up the number of times we've seen this system collapse. Over 22 lakh students sat for the exam earlier this month on the 3rd of May. Their parents took loans, cut expenses, sacrificed comfort for one dream that their child one day would become a doctor. These students studied through pressure, through panic and through sleepless nights. And now they are being told, sorry guys, write the exam again, because this one is just cancelled 9 days after the exam took place. Why? Because the system could not secure a question paper. What makes this worse is that this is not the first time. 2021, 2024, now 2026, same script plays out. The NEET cheats, strike, merit loses, students suffer, and the leak mafia makes money. This time around, WhatsApp groups allegedly had questions way before the exam began. A guest paper that reportedly matched large sections of the real exam and were allegedly sold for up to 5 lakh rupees. Students do not want lip service anymore. They want accountability. If there is an anti-paper leak law, how is the paper leak mafia operating with impunity? The centre must answer. Will heads actually roll, or once again will only students pay the price for the system's failure?
छात्रों का क्या भविष्य जिन्होंने ईमानदारी से तैयारी की थी, जिनके माँ बाप ने कर्ज लेके लोन लेके अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाया था।
हमने इस मैटर को सीबीआई को इंक्वायरी को दिया है और हम इस तरह के जितने लोग खुराफात किए हैं उनको पकड़ेंगे, उनको जेल भेजेंगे।
इस सरकार सिर्फ जांच करके अपना पल्ला नहीं झाड़ सकती है, अकाउंटेबिलिटी होती है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है।
बहुत बड़े स्तर के ऊपर कुछ ना कुछ तो कल्यूजन है, मिली भगत है।
बीजेपी को जवाब देना पड़ेगा, प्रधानमंत्री जवाब दे, शायद प्रधानमंत्री एक और मन की बात कर देंगे उनके लिए।
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate, China NC spokesperson of the Shiv Sena Shinde Group, Jay Dehadrai, advocate on record in the Supreme Court. Dr. Anand Ranganathan continues to be with us. Salem Dharnidharan, national spokesperson of the DMK. Abbas Haider of the Samajwadi Party. But my first question goes to Advocate Anmol Pawar, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Anmol Pawar, once again the system lets down the students. What is the solution? How does this happen virtually every other year?
Good evening, Navika ji. Navika ji, around 30% of the population of our country are students. Today, more than 50 crore students must be watching your show, and they might be expecting few basic questions from the BJP spokesperson, but unfortunately they forgot that BJP can never be held accountable. They run away from accountability. They want to ask this government that why is it that 90 papers have been leaked in last 10 years? What about their dreams, the dreams of their parents, which is being crushed again and again, year after year? Every year, there's a long list. Vyapam Ghotala, UGC net paper leak, Telangana secondary school exam leak, Assam CLC paper leak, Uttar Pradesh Lekpal recruitment paper leak, Rajasthan Forest Guard recruitment paper leak, Bihar Public Service Commission paper leak, Gujarat Head Clerk paper leak, SSC CGL, UPTET, Rajasthan University exam paper leak, UPPSC, Maharashtra HSC. There's a long list.
Shaina NC, I want to ask you, what happens to these 22 lakh students, their parents, add that and it becomes about 66 lakh people suffering. Add to that the family ecosystem, grandparents, siblings. Look at what families are going through. And every year we have the same situation and we call ourselves a world superpower.
So Navika ji, first and foremost, I think to all the families, a lot of them have taken loans for the education of their children, and this 22 lakh figure that you gave is only that of the students. But look at the amount of lives impacted, including the families who have all supported these children. But I think the government is very, very clear that the CBI will investigate the comprehensive probe into this allegation.
Thank you very much. The CBI will investigate what happens to those 22 lakh students who have given their exam on 3rd of May only to be told on 12th of May, hey guys, it's been cancelled, get back to the drawing board, start studying again, go through the mental trauma that you do, but sorry, do the exam again. And where is the guarantee this time the question paper will not leak?
Well, what the NTA has said is that it will extend full cooperation to the Bureau. The probe, which takes care of materials, records, assistance that's required as an inquiry, is part and process of what the agency will do. Now, the fact is, how do we ensure that these kind of situations don't come again? Because the kind of stress it gives to the families of the students, as well as the students, to go through a conscious process is a greater damage. And I think the credibility of the examination system is also in question. So I'm not going to duck your question and say that, oh, there's nothing wrong. This is a huge
But what is the solution, Salim Dharnidharan? The fact that these papers leak, if I tell you the history, since 2016, minor leaks here, there have been happening. 16 to 18, then 20 to 23, then 24, 26, every year we see something of this sort happening, and these are exams to make doctors in whose lives the patients of the entire country lie. If these exams are not sacrosanct, what is? And I want to ask you, if we cannot conduct exams of this kind, one entrance exam for medical, how are we going to compete in an education system and talk about, oh, American education system, the European education system? What are we even talking about? How many lessons do we need before we learn how to handle this?
See, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Across the world, there have been such exams that is happening. There is GRE, GMAT. Do you ever see leaks? Or even IIT JEE, which IITs conduct since the 1950s. Up until today, in the last 76 years, leaks have happened only twice. One is 97, other is 21. Apart from that, there has been no history of leaks in IIT, JEE itself. So the problem here is the institution that is conducting NEET is not capable of conducting exam for 23 lakh people. It needs a paradigm reform. But I will go further and say, even the design or the policy idea why we need NEET in itself is wrong. See, entrance exams are not wrong, but entrance exams for NEET for across the country is not a good idea. Earlier we had PMPD only for union government medical colleges, which worked well. But here, why do you have to have this exam for even state level colleges? The point is, if NEET, out of 23 lakh people writing NEET, 11.5 lakh people qualify. If you want to increase merit in this, you have to only qualify 20,000 people, 30, right? So there are only 1 lakh seats. Let me not be interrupted. There are 1 lakh.
Nobody is interrupting you, sir. Go on.
See, there are 1 lakh seats in medical. Okay, I think it's echo. There are 1 lakh seats for medical seats. 23 lakh people are writing. And NEET exam qualifies 10 lakh to 11 lakh people. What is the need to qualify 11 lakh people? There are only 1 lakh seats, which means it gives the private colleges a room to have the same capitation fees as below by NEET.
You know, you are trying to solve too many problems. Right now we are debating and discussing why does a NEET leak happen almost annually as the exam is held. And Jay Dehad Rai, I want to ask you, if we can't conduct exams in a foolproof manner, then what is the progress that we have made as a nation, and why should we even begin to think that we are getting onto the stage of the third or the fourth or the fifth largest economy in the world?
Navika ji, good evening. I think, firstly, thank you for having me on this very interesting issue. Look, there are two aspects to this, and let's be fair to this testing agency. Let's also be fair to the government. There is organizing an exam of this scale where 23-24 lakh students simultaneously take an exam is a logistical nightmare. I think my friend from the Aam Aadmi Party doesn't seem to realize that, how difficult it is to conduct an exam simultaneously in 550 cities, at the very same time, with lakhs of students. So there is one aspect that it is, logistically very difficult to conduct. That is one thing. Second, the entire exam, Navika ji, is pen and paper. So this is not exactly, we're not exactly using the cutting edge of technology to conduct this examination, which is why I agree with the gentleman who spoke before me to the extent that perhaps some lessons could be taken from other standardized tests abroad, such as the SAT or the GMAT, and where we have randomized questions using a digital interface. And perhaps India will get there soon too. But more than that,
how much more heartache, how much more trauma do students have to go through? Is anybody keeping track of that, Anand Ranganathan? I mean, should kids be the guinea pigs? To study for a medical entrance exam, do you realize how much hard work, how much preparation it requires? And to say India will get there soon, I mean, should we have more of these leaks before we learn our lesson?
First of all, Navika, we both are parents. We've gone through the entire rigmarole, so I thank you for standing up for students. Now, let me put it differently, because the message has to go across not just to the students but to the government as well. If I was Prime Minister Modi, I would do the following four things. Number one, I would get on the live television right now at 10 o'clock and address the students. Point number one, I would say, I am sorry to the students and to the families. मैं परीक्षा पे चर्चा करता हूं, आज पेपर लीक पे चर्चा करूंगा. To all the 22 lakh students, I am transferring 2,000 rupees each into their bank accounts right now as a compensation by the state for the mental trauma they are facing through. Number two, I will make sure, because the same NTA conducted JEE mains where 15 lakh students participated without a glitch. From next year on, the NEET exam also will be completely computerized. Because number three, I am reducing the possibility of a leak. It is not a logistical nightmare that happened. The logistical nightmare went off without a hitch because all 24 lakh students sat for the exam. The problem happened before that. Because you had to print 22 lakh question papers, the papers leaked and they will keep on leaking. So fourth, I will say, no matter how much you watertight the whole situation, because it is paper, pen and question paper, leaks will happen. I'm going to remove that. I'm sorry, students, and I'm giving you 2,000 rupees each. And from next year on, it will be computerized. There
well,
we go.
I don't know. 2017, 21, 23, 24, 26, so many leaks have happened. Are we, what are we? Are we in the 21st century? What are we going through, Abbas Haider? I mean, as a mother, I know how much you have to literally sit and give your children the wherewithal mentally to cope up with the stress of doing an exam. And to have an exam cancelled 9 days later and then prepare for it all over again. Does any compensation, waiving off of any fee or a CBI investigation, does that give any student or their families any solace?
Definitely, Navika ji, it is not just an administrative failure. In fact, it is betrayal to 2.2 million students and their families. The amount of stress, the amount of financial sacrifice that the family go through in order that their children could seek this entrance exam, that is very difficult. But Navika ji, let me tell you one interesting fact. Have you ever heard that the UPSC paper has leaked? We have discussed this similar issue. NEET paper got leaked even 2024. This year also it got leaked. Because Union Public Service Commission is an autonomous body. It does not come under any ministry. And these papers, NEET and several other papers, we have seen in past 7 years, more than 70 papers got leaked in the country. And 1.17 crore students got affected and their families got affected because of this paper leak. These paper leaks are continuously happening in our country, and the government is actually paying no heed to it. We demand, because certainly there is some political patronage behind these paper leak mafia. I can name n number of papers which got leaked in Uttar Pradesh and by the union government, starting from the railway paper to UPTT and UP PSC, Rajasthan PSC, and so many others. There is video and so many others. But
from next year it will be computerized. We will get there. These homilies mean nothing to those students and their families who are going through this stress. I'm just asking one question. Do we not learn from the mistakes of the past?
With that gentleman, and I'll tell you why. Yes. No, look, these are very simplistic statements to say that so many people have suffered and we will evolve and all of that. The point is, how do we preserve the integrity of the examination once it has come to light that there has been some cheating or there has been a leak? The best way, according to me, is that the government immediately took notice of it the same day that the leak came out. The CBI has come in. Last year, we had a new legislation that has been brought in by the government, which is the Public Examination Act, to prevent unfair means from being adopted. There is a punishment now between 3 and 10 years that can be levied. So certain measures and steps have indeed been taken. So beyond that, of course, there is always room for some improvement.
That doesn't seem to have made any difference. The leak still happened. So where is the deterrent?
This is why I keep on saying,
no, you're absolutely
unless
right.
the
So
state
therefore
is
now,
punished,
the Central Bureau of Investigation will have to investigate and find out how many people were involved, what was the motivation behind it.
My friend, these investigations happened in 2017, 2021, 2023, 24. There are new NEET cheats who crop up every time. And every time there is an investigation.
Yes, but no,
next
but
year you will find a different set of leaks.
Respectfully, this is not something new, unfortunately. No, respectfully, I don't think this is something new that we are now, dealing with or encountering. Even during the UPA years,
which is my problem. Which is my problem. And Anmol Pawar, if it isn't something new that we are dealing with, then why do we not learn our lessons? Why can't we handle one exam, sir? We handle elections. We put CRPF everywhere. Why can't we handle an exam?
Navika, because can I please
complete?
Tell
you why, Navika ji, because the kingpins of the mafias, they are in collusion with the government. Sushil Mukhia, who was the kingpin in 2024 NEET scam, unki charge sheet dakhil nahi hui thi 2 saal tak. Bedi Ram, he belongs to OP Rajbhar's party, ally of Bharatiya Janata Party.
Anmol Pawar, hold on. I'm joined by Abhishek Singh, 95 batch of the IAS, head of the NTA. And I want to ask you, Abhishek Singh, 22 lakh families today are asking you this question. How many more leaks before we find a foolproof way of conducting an examination as what? The 4th, the 5th largest economy in the world. How many more leaks, sir?
See, first and foremost, what I would like to say is that I kind of can understand the anguish and the anger of the 22 lakh students and the parents and all the stakeholders in not being able to deliver what we had promised. We had promised a zero error, a zero glitch, a zero tolerance to any malpractice. But I would also like to say that we had said that we will not allow any scamster, any fraudster, any cheat to do anything that will take away the rights of the honest, hardworking student. So in this case, even though the examination on 3rd was conducted smoothly, without any glitches, every coaching institution or every YouTuber was saying that this time the examination was much better, but still we did not let the vigil down. We kept on looking into every input that we got with regard to the examinations. On the 7th, we got a whistleblower who reported to us something. We verified that, and when we found that a small percentage of the accusation was also true, we realized that it will adversely impact the rights of
So the reward for the 22 lakh students, and I'm sure a large percentage are honest students, the reward is 9 days later their exam gets cancelled. I want to ask you, how many more trial runs and how many more trials on children and students as guinea pigs do we require before we get a foolproof system in place?
It is unfortunate that we have landed in a situation where we should have been able to detect it, but unfortunately the whistleblower who reported it on 7th only. Before the examination, we were constantly urging the students and all stakeholders to let us know of any such scams which are going on. We did get a lot of inputs. We blocked 120 Telegram channels. We kept on monitoring the entire social media, dark web, everywhere. But unfortunately, this complaint which came on...
But sir, so far the reports that have come say that there is a courier that may have given a 30-minute window for somebody to scan these documents. So the leak exists in the logistics. I want to ask you, we have conducted elections in 5 states and we have done it in a foolproof manner. We can't get an examination and its logistics right, sir?
We should. I'm not prejudging what went wrong, where did we go, what went wrong, where did it happen. The CBI inquiry will unravel everything. Only thing that I am saying is that we are here to promise to our students that we will not let scamsters take away their medical seats which they have earned through their hard work. And if anybody does so, we had made an appeal to everyone, every student, every community.
Do you think the student community, especially those answering this exam, do they believe you? Do they trust you? And would you like to apologize to them tonight for putting them through this trauma again and again and again every other year?
We have taken responsibility. I have expressed my regrets. I have apologized to the students. We have not been able to deliver what we had promised. But we will ensure that we will not bury anything under the carpet. We will not sidestep responsibility. If anything has gone wrong, even for a smaller portion, we will catch the thieves, we will catch the culprits, but we will not allow them to vitiate the integrity of the examination. Because if that happens...
So do you realize we are dealing with children who go through mental stress, preparing for an exam of this kind, medical entrance exam, dreams of lakhs of students. Do you think we are playing chore police over here, that you will catch the thieves? Meanwhile, the price is paid by these 22 lakh students and their families?
See, I fully agree with the mental agony, with the pressure which the students go through. But if something goes wrong, and if we don't acknowledge it, and if we don't take any action, then that becomes worse. But then we will allow the scamsters to get emboldened. They will continue doing the mess that they are doing. They will continue to take away the seats of deserving students, which is something that we cannot allow.
So you are saying students will continue to be the guinea pigs till you get it right?
No, we will get it right. We will get it right. I will not make any tall claims. Today is not the day. We have to promise, we will deliver what we have to do, which is our responsibility, and then only I can make any tall claims. So we are back to the drawing board. We are looking minutely into our systems, what we need to change, what we need to improve, what we need to deliver better, and then only we can come to making any claims. But yes, I can only assure that we will not allow any scamsters to take away the rights of the hardworking students.
Singh, to do this yet again in another year, the NEET papers leaking, it is heartbreaking to see the student community go through the trauma that they are going through currently. I just want to say one thing, sir, please don't make guinea pigs out of them. I hope heads will roll. Those who have failed in their responsibility of keeping this system foolproof need to pay, sir. Only the students cannot be handling this trauma alone. Who do you think and when do you think this action will be taken?
This will be taken. That's why we have ordered a CBI inquiry. It will go into every such individual who would have been responsible.
And when is the next date for the exam?
We will be announcing the complete schedule within 7 to 10 days, we will look into all the aspects of conducting the examination in the shortest possible time without compromising the integrity of the whole process.
Well, Mr. Abhishek Singh, this leaves a lot to be desired, and people of India are angry today. I'm sorry, but this is unacceptable. To the student community, as a mother, I can just say one thing. A big hug to each one of you. Hang in there. It's tough times, but India is praying for you so that you survive just another test, because this happens only in India. Thank you, Mr. Abhishek Singh. We do hope action is taken and somebody pays for this ignominy that these students are going through. Thank you very much for joining me on the show.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night, viewers. I'll be back tomorrow.